my father calls through the closed bedroom door. Not yet, I reply. This is my time machine, the TARDIS, and you must say the secret password to enter. I see, whispers my dad, compassionately concealing any impatience he harbours towards my obsessive fixation with BBC TV's low-budget, yet eminently creative, Adventures in Time and Space. Is it Dalek? He inquires, making a fair first attempt. I move closer to the door. Try again, I whisper loudly, my breath swirling upwards in the damp atmosphere. Is it police box? Tries Dad. Another reasonable attempt, I think. No, not police box. Dad is a master of dramatic tension. Time spent in his company infuses me with a deep sense of peace, akin to Father Christmas on his surreptitious annual tiptoe into my bedroom, the thought of joining those dots not having occurred to me yet. I sneak a peek at his unruly white hair through the rusted latch mechanism, glimpsing as I do so a mug of steaming tea and a plate of chocolate fingers. This sight provides sudden urgency within me. Last try then, Dad. You only get 3 goes. Let me think. Not Dalek, not police box. Let me think. Oh, he commits like a true professional. Come on, Dad, it's easy. I consider ripping open the door and surrendering my salivating taste buds to the gooey goodness of the chocolate fingers. Time Lord, he declares dramatically. Yes! And I jump up, swinging open the door. Ta-da! I'm a Time Lord, bellows Dad, finally entering. He places the snack down on a small table to the right of my fireplace, taking care not to unbalance a dog-eared copy of the 1974 Doctor Who album. Thanks, Dad, I love chocolate fingers, I murmur, tucking in. You're welcome, my son. Oh, are you cold in here? You should have called me. I'll bring up a sheet of newspaper and fire up the embers. Firing up the embers represents the superpower of a hero. How Dad manages to place a single broadsheet against the cold stone mantle and coax even the merest hint of ember to brazenly re-emerge as an inferno within minutes is something my 6-year-old self can only aspire to. What have you been up to then? You've been very quiet. I thought the Daleks had taken you away in their spaceship again. Or have you been putting your Doctor Who books in order again? I shiver at the contrasting temperatures between my freezing toes and my tea-warmed fingertips. Lost in the rising steam from my tea, I reddened suddenly. It's never easy for me to open up to a direct question. My default shyness sometimes overwhelms me, even in the company of my most trusted adult. After a long pause, I respond steadily, no, I've been thinking. Thinking? Sometimes I think you think too much, says Dad. And my subconscious busies itself, analysing his words for implied criticism. Shaun, what have you been thinking about today? I strategically redirect my gaze away from the poster of Benny from ABBA, fixed to my damp bedroom wall. The sunlit cornfield in which the great bearded one stands offsets the swirls of his dark chest hair, this russet man rug that provokes a lurch in my lower stomach, each and every time my eyes fall upon it, swooning me with its furry brown goodness. Every night it lights out, and every morning it lights on, and sometimes even between. There's something important I'm supposed to be doing, I reply. What, like changing the battery in your sonic screwdriver? No, it's something really important. And I reply perhaps with more gravitas than the question warrants. I'm supposed to be doing something, and it keeps popping into my head. I can't figure out what it is. It's bothering me. It's more a feeling than a thought. I see, my dad says, frowning upon the bed, his generous weight causing me to slide against his warm frame. What kind of thing might it be? I don't know. I fall silent for a moment, suddenly frustrated. I place my lower lip thoughtfully against the rim of the chipped teacup. It's something I'm supposed to be doing. I keep dreaming about it, but then when I wake up, it's gone. He sits and ponders, and the room falls silent. Finally, in the very brief time it takes a cold, hungry 6-year-old to munch his way through a plate of chocolate fingers, my father offers forth wisdom, as he is so often inclined to do. Well, my son, perhaps if you drink your tea, pay careful attention, and wait very patiently until you're older, I think one day everything will become quite clear. One day everything will show itself, and then you'll know exactly what it is that you're supposed to be doing. You've got so much to give, my son. One day you'll know just where to place it. I look up, suddenly feeling very loved. How long will I have to wait, Dad? Oh, I don't know, my son. It might take a short time. It might take years. But you'll get there, Master Shaun Dellenty, you'll get there. Just look at Benny. He did all right. He leans over, places a gentle kiss on my reddening forehead, and shuffles downstairs to find a newspaper. His vest tucked into his pants, tucked into his shirt, tucked into his baggy trousers. I sip gently at my tea, smile at Benny, and I begin my wait.